Hello everyone. The topic of my paper is DICOM image encryption scheme based on ECC linear cryptography. This paper falls under security research under medical domain with an emphasis on image encryption. Let's get started. The problem statement of the paper is to securely encrypt a DICOM image using many classical encryption techniques such as Hill cipher that we have already studied. Arnold CAPMAP transformation and linear congruence generator. First of all, let's see what is a DICOM image. A DICOM image looks like what the example is given here. Maybe it's an MRI scan of the brain. Now the DICOM medical images comprise of MRI scans, that is magnetic resonance imaging, X-ray scans, CT scans, that is computed tomography, etc. etc. Now the issue is data is highly sensitive and this kind of data is shared the most frequently in between various entities, be it for some treatment of patient or for medical research. Because of this, the images are highly vulnerable to data breach by hackers. That's why it is of paramount importance that the images be properly encrypted and be secured to information breach. Now that we know why it is important, let us see what all work has been done prior to the work done by the authors of the paper that we are discussing right now. The authors of the paper mentioned that the DNA encoding has been tried before. So let's see how it works. We know that image contains rows and columns of pixel values. So the first step is to flatten them into one row of pixel values. These values are permuted with the pseudo-random generator and we get an intermediate output. The pseudo-random generator can generate sequences with only 4 values, as we have studied in biology. DNA has 4 components: adenine, thymine, cytosine and guanine. So we encode these values into binary numbers. Finally, we XOR each pixel with their previous pixel and get final output. So finally, this is how we get a cipher image using DNA encoding. Another approach is chaotic sequences. These are nothing but almost random sequences, but they are to some extent predictable, but not completely. Hence they are termed as chaotic. In this approach, chaotic sequences are generated using a chaotic function where the key is given as an input. After combining these sequences with the pixel, we get the encrypted image. The drawback of these approaches were that these techniques were properly understood by performing cryptic analysis on these algorithms. Hence, they are vulnerable to pattern-based attacks. Sometimes brute force and sometimes greedy approaches are helpful to recover many pixels from an image enough to interpret the image, if not fully recover them. Before I explain the author's algorithm, I would like to refresh some of the encryption algorithms that they have used in their approach. The first comes Hill cipher. This is a very old and classical algorithm and it is even mentioned in our syllabus. So, what we do here is convert key and plain text letters into their numeric equivalents. Like let's say A is 0, B is 1 and so on until Z is 25. After converting both key and plain text into numbers, we wrap them into matrices of suitable dimension such that they can be multiplied and be a valid result of the multiplication. After multiplying, we modulo the result with m, which is 26 in this case. Because there are 26 values in our plain text, however, in images, pixel can take far more values from 0 to 255. For example, 2 to the power 8 is what the pixel can take the values. In that case, we will modulo the result with 256. The result is that the cipher text or cipher image based on what the input is. The second concept I would like to discuss is linear congruential generator. This is a function which generates pseudo-random sequences based on the equation as we can see here. These sequences are governed by the variables x as a variable and c as the additive constant. Next on we have Arnold cat-map transformation. This method reduces correlation between pixels. This is important because less correlation means it is more harder to decipher the pixel of the image. It is given by the following equation. Another important concept is that the Diffie-Hellman exchange algorithm, which is a truly very influential algorithm in terms of how it defined the field of symmetric key cryptography. The algorithm goes like this. Consider two people, Alice and Bob, both mutually decide on two numbers. One of the number is P, which is a prime number. 13 is one such prime number. Another number is G, which is the generator of the P. Now what is this generator? It is a number when a modulo operation is performed with P results in 1. As we know, 13 mod 6 is 1. Now another set of numbers are private keys, that is K. 5 is the key only Alice knows and 4 is the key that only Bob knows. Now they both perform the operations as follows. G, the generator, is powered to the K, the key, mod P, the prime number. After this, both Alice and Bob get the values as 2 and 9 respectively. Let the number result they got be the result R. Both exchange these values, that is Bob gets the value 2 and Alice gets 9. Now they again perform similar operation on the R. The result they got to the power K, the key, mod P, the prime number. Both get same value as 3. Now both have decided on the same key without letting any third person know what the key was. Now finally we get to the proposed approach. Step 1 is that both parties determine keys using Diffie-Hellman protocol. Next, the sender applies ACM transformation to reduce correlation between pixels. Then Hill cipher is applied to the intermediate output. Finally, the cipher image is XORed with the pseudo-random output generated by LCG. The output is the strongly encrypted image which cannot be broken very easily. Now I will show the output that they have showed in the paper. The output encryption almost seems like a noisy image. Talking about their performance with earlier approaches, they claim to have secured the least correlation as shown in the table and the highest entropy, that is information gain. The more the entropy, the harder it is to find the pattern in the cipher image and break it. Also, correlation is inversely proportional to the entropy. Lesser the correlation, greater is the entropy. So to conclude, the approach is more robust than the previous approaches and the approach combines many classical algorithms to achieve a complicated encryption effect. So thank you everyone for seeing this video.